Right, but I'm going to talk about the latest Manchester United news: sell to buy Leeds, potentially going in for Rasmus Højlund, Victor Osimhen, and some other interesting stuff on Paul Pogba as well. So let's get straight into it. And I'm going to start off by talking about the Paul Pogba situation now. It was coming in yesterday from Richard Fay, I think or Rich Fay, from the Manchester Evening News. And he's suggesting that Manchester United could look to potentially offer Paul Pogba a short-term deal. A short-term deal for Paul Pogba. I mean, in 2025, we're still talking about Paul Pogba. I mean, the fact that we have lots of injuries, you could potentially see him come into Manchester United. We know his quality is there. We know he's a fantastic player, but he has been out of football for a long time. But again, listen, are we that desperate to bring back Paul Pogba? I'm sure many Manchester United fans want to bring him, but Manchester United could accept Paul Pogba on a short-term contract on strict terms. He's desperate to get back into action. Obviously, he was banned. But in terms of quality, he's one of the best midfielders. I think like severely underrated. He's had injuries and he probably hasn't won as many as the Modric's, the Casemiros, the Kroos. But he is an absolutely quality midfielder. Again, the issue with me would be he's been out for so long, not playing football, but he will be keeping fit with his own kind of personal regime. But still, again, he's not playing football, and that's totally different. But I wouldn't mind it. I think we are desperate, maybe from March to the end of the season, because that's when he's allowed back to play. Why not? I think it has ended toxic. Again, it'd be another on strict terms, so it'd be set things. There won't be no ridiculous wages, ridiculous fee. He would be a free agent anyway. But let's see what happens with that. Now, I want to talk about next Victor Osimhen. He has been linked again since I talked yesterday with you guys about him. He has been linked again with Manchester United. The latest was that we agreed personal terms. Now it's suggesting that so Manchester United reached an agreement with Napoli in January to sign Victor Osimhen, but he said, I promised to stay at Galatasaray until the summer after I finished the season. So he kind of turned down Manchester United, but I don't know the reliability of that source. On Osimhen, again, for me, you already know my ideal candidate would be Gyökeres to sign, but it's looking like he is unlikely. You got Liam Delap. For me, Gyökeres is out of the equation, so you have to go with Osimhen. He's young-ish. He's 25, I believe. He's proven he can score goals. He's a talented player on the pitch. I think ultimately, you look at what Manchester United need at this current moment. We need a striker who's clinical, proven they can score goals. He's on loan at Napoli. He's on loan at Galatasaray from Napoli, so we'll see if anything can develop at the end of the season with his potential move to Manchester United. But I would be all over a sort of deal like this. A talented, proven forward who can score goals, get assists. Just a real nuisance in the box will massively change what we need now. There will be issues of whether he can adapt to the Premier League. It's a very tough league to adapt to, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But let's see. But that's that. Now, the last thing, a shock Leeds move for Rasmus Højlund. Now, Leeds would be prepared to make an offer for Rasmus Højlund if they are promoted to the Premier League. The Dane could be available for 40 million this summer, with Juventus and West Ham also interested. Now, it's not coming out from the greatest source, but I thought it was an interesting story to talk about. Now, on Rasmus Højlund, he hasn't had the greatest start to his United season this season. The first season was much better, where he got 16 goals, but again, that wasn't great either. I think the main issue that Manchester United have with Rasmus Højlund at the moment is he's just not doing the simple things correctly, holding up the ball. He had 1 or 2 chances against Tottenham, and that was it. We haven't created enough chances for him. I mean, there was a period where he had like the highest shot conversion rate in the league, but again, he is struggling with confidence. Now, in terms of Leeds, they are an interesting club. They're a Premier League club. They're obviously kind of rivals of Manchester United, but listen, players have gone in from there before. I think Rio Ferdinand, Daniel James is the most recent one, Cantona, I believe, as well. So there are players who have gone there before and come to United. In terms of signings, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Højlund, to be honest with you. I think at this current moment in time, I see more from Xerxes than I do Højlund, and that is, it's not far and there's not much between them. In terms of Xerxes, as I said, there's a player there for me at this moment. I think Højlund, he's still young, he's up and coming, he's talented. I think he probably will need someone who's more experienced to learn than maybe a Gyökeres, maybe a Osimhen. In terms, like, he has been linked with an exit to Manchester United. This is not the first time. He's been linked to West Ham, he's been linked to Juventus in terms of potential exit. So there's no, I think in the summer it's going to be a huge clear. I don't think any player more or less is safe at Manchester United. Maybe Lenny Yoro, Mainu, not even Mainu and Garnacho, probably just Lenny Yoro, to be honest with you. Mazraoui as well. That there are obviously some, but I'm saying like it won't be a shock. I don't think if that most players go, because I think it's going to be a huge clear out. I mean, people are questioning Onana. People are saying Delo to go. People are saying Luke Shaw has to go, which he does. Lindelof, Johnny Evans, that's already 5. Then you got Eriksen, Casemiro. You could potentially see Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, Bruno. Like, there's going to be a lot of income, and we still got the Sancho situation, the Rashford situation. Malassia's gone out on loan. Like, it is going to be a big summer. But on Rasmus Højlund, sorry for going on a tangent, I wouldn't mind seeing him leave. As I said, I think he has got. I think if you look at young strikers at the moment, there isn't too many out there, and I think he does have that sort of profile that we need to develop. But listen, £40 million. I mean, we never should have spent £72 million on him. We never should have made him the leading striker, but that's ultimately what we did. There's a lot of pressure on him to succeed, and ultimately he's not living up to that price tag at the moment. It was a ridiculous fee. We'll have to wait and see what happens on the Højlund situation. But he has been linked with a move away from Manchester United. But I'm going to wrap it up there. That's been a quick news update. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. Listen, it's a big week for Manchester United. I'll be previewing the game against Everton on Thursday. Tomorrow I'll be doing a video about the youth and trusting them coming through. Then, yeah, it's a big week for Manchester United. We play Arsenal in a couple of weeks as well. But I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching.